first just want to congratulate our guys on, I guess, winning the initial part of the pool. There's a lot more left to this. We don't go to Vegas. We'd have to win another game, I think, before we go to Vegas. So, but this is an important step. The game was exceedingly difficult, as we knew it would be. Down as many as 20. Got it to 13 at halftime. Just talked about being resilient and what we needed, and that we needed to just play with more force and aggression at both ends. This is one of those games. There's so many good offensive players out there that getting conventional old-time stops is just a different game out there. Put a couple guys in a tough spot this morning. Obi and Ben, talked to them about coming off the bench for this game because of some things that we felt strategically would help us. Those guys didn't do anything wrong. And both of those guys had big nights off the bench and really defining games off the bench. And we needed everybody. And Isaiah Jackson came in and really changed the game with his rim presence, shot blocking, rebounding. He was phenomenal. The putback dunk was a huge play during one of the million runs that happened in the game. And so, and look, Tyrese, I mean, it's you just run out of accolades. Fearless leader, great competitor, winner. So happy for him. But this is the beginning of a really tough stretch for us with a lot of games in a short period of time, and so we'll have to manage emotions as well as we can and go from there.
Rick, you always know that Buddy's a threat, and I know he hadn't been shooting it well, but he was perfect tonight from three-point range. As you moved him into the starting lineup, you mentioned that you were trying to do something different. What were you looking for with both he and Nesmith getting the start?
Well, we felt we felt that more shooting to start the game would help us. I mean, both these guys are, Nesmith's shooting 46 coming into the game, and Buddy's 42 or 3 for his career. And so that was a little bit of the reasoning, and there were some other factors as well. And look, both those guys responded well. The first 2 shots of the game, one guy hits a 3, the other guy hits a 3. So, that was good. But it just was one of these games. I mean, we're talking about 157 to 152. I mean, this is a classic regular season game. I mean, and it had to be really fun to watch for fans. But it's just one game. We'll see where we are tomorrow. I haven't even thought about lineup for tomorrow. But I'm proud of the way our guys responded. I mean, when you have a young team that's trying to take these kinds of big steps competitively, going through tough stretches, having poise, staying with it, and then believing in each other is super important. And the other thing I really was impressed with was the way Ty trusted his teammates when they started trapping him all over the floor. And certain guys have the ability to deliver the ball in a way that creates confidence for teammates. I saw Jason Kidd do it. I saw Luka Doncic do it. And now we're seeing Tyrese do it. And his trust of his teammates is another big reason that this win happened tonight.
Coach, you said that this was a stretch for you guys, and obviously this isn't it. What emotions was going through second half that led you guys to a win?
Well, at halftime we came in and we had gotten 5 out of 14 50-50 balls. We were not giving nearly enough resistance defensively, and we challenged ourselves, the whole group in there, to pick it up and be defiant with our attitude and our approach to the second half and give ourselves a chance. I mean, getting it from 20 to 13 in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the first half was huge. It created some real belief with our guys, and then it was just a matter simplifying what we needed to do. And so, it's such a bundle of emotions during the entire game. Multiple challenges going on. Great players making great play after great play, and the crowd is going crazy. And so, it was a wild environment, but we came out on top, same way we did in Philly last week, and this is some growth for us.
Coach, I was in the hallway when Obi was walking to the locker room, and you yelled to him, "That's a pro. That's a pro." Can you expound on that?
Yeah, he's started every game for us so far, and we're playing well, And so this was the lineup move was something that a lot of thought went into. Talked to the staff about it. Talked to my president about it this morning, and we felt if we wanted to have a chance to wrap up this pool, we were going to have to do some things that are a little edgy and a little risky. And so talked to Obi and Ben this morning, and I think, predictably, guys aren't going to be happy about coming off the bench. But I explained to them, this is, we basically now have 7 starters, and you guys are going to be in the game probably 5 minutes in, and this is what we need. Ben got a bit of a slow start, but, Obi's a more experienced guy, and he knows what this league is about. And he just came in and played like a man. And then the second half, Mathurin was great. And so I'm proud of both of those guys and really happy for the team.
So with the tournament play, of course we've seen it ramped up as far as the play and the action and as far as the players emotionally wise. Do you look at this and kind of gauge as far as how it's going to be as far as the playoffs? Like, you see where your players are going to be when it gets to the playoffs as far as how they respond in this type of environment?
Well, I think this essentially is a playoff environment. We had a lot of games this year that have been like playoffs. We've had 3 or 4 at home that have had that feel. All the games in Philly both games in Philly had the feel. Tonight certainly had it. I mean, Atlanta's playing for a lot too. I mean, Atlanta, if they had won tonight, they're right in the thick of it. So there's a lot going on with it. I mean, obviously the in-season tournament's getting a lot of attention, a lot of buzz. I mean, this is going to be an amazing opportunity for a network or a sponsor or both. Not too far down the road. And look, all the games are non-second night back-to-backs. They're on uniform days, so people know what's going on. I mean, this is a real thing, And so, hats off to the people in New York for coming up with something, at least at this point, that really is strong.
For you guys, you're a young team. I mean, advancing now to the quarterfinals, this was like a playoff game, wasn't it?
Yeah, we took it very seriously, and for us, this was a playoff game, playoff atmosphere. So, it's very important for us to get this win, get this experience.
Also, what was it like for you guys to bounce back? I mean, you guys did not play well at all on Sunday. You didn't score. What was the message from the coaching staff?
Stay with it, learn from it, watch it, and we knew the opportunity we had today, and we still came off to a slow start, but we responded, and that's what's important. That's what we needed to do.
No different for you from a starting perspective. You started a lot last year. What was it like being back in the starting lineup?
It makes no difference to me. Just going out there to make winning plays and help my team win games.
So you're in the quarterfinals. What does that mean to you in the first in-season tournament as you look ahead to the in a couple of weeks?
Man, it's awesome. First NBA team. It's NBA history, first team to ever clinch a spot in the in-season tournament. So it's huge for us, huge for the franchise, and keep this momentum rolling.
You guys are advancing now to the round of 8. What does that mean for this Pacers team?
It's exciting for us. Just figuring out ways to win. Getting blown out in the first half, but just got to find a way at the end of the day, and we were able to do that tonight.
Yeah, what was the message that you guys had from the coaching staff, or you guys had at halftime as you guys made the comeback?
Rick just told us we were playing soft, needed to play with more fight, more hunger, and I think that spoke to us, so we got going in the second half.
All All right, we've seen this before from you in a third quarter. You had 25 a few weeks ago. You had 26 tonight. What was working for you? How were you feeling? When did you decide you had to take over?
My teammates just put me in position to succeed, and I was just making shots. Staying aggressive, it's what the team needs from me at any given time. I'm going to do. So if you need me to facilitate, need me to score, need me to do both, whatever it takes to win. And I felt like I was trash in that Orlando game of doing both of those, not doing what my team needed from me. So, just had to, wake up today.
Fourth quarter, then you facilitated. What about the shots that Buddy made in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, big-time shots. He works unbelievably hard and one of the best shooters that's ever touched a basketball, so no surprise he's making shots down the stretch.
We're just watching what felt like a classic game. What did it feel like to play in it?
No defense. I just felt like it was two teams making a lot of shots, and it was fun to be a part of. The game was flying up and down. We're two young, exciting teams, so I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, I mean, even by the Pacers standards, this game was incredibly high scoring, and it felt like, what did it feel like? Was it almost like a football game where the last team with the ball wins kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it was whoever could get to stop first, and we felt like we could have pulled away at the start of that fourth. We weren't able to do that, and made some boneheaded plays down the fourth. I had a couple turnovers that were bad, but you just got, at the end of the day, no matter how ugly, pretty, whatever, just got to figure out a way to win, and we were able to do that.
And you guys, get to advance to the quarterfinals. What does that mean for a young team like this, a team that hasn't been in the playoffs for about 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, it's exciting. I believe we're the first team to do it, to clinch, and we're ready to go. And we just got to keep taking care of what's in front of us every day. We got a few more games before the in-season tournament really, or the quarterfinals games are. So we got to take care of what's in front of us and be ready to go. Obviously, we want to play in Vegas and we want to win the championship. Of course, that'd be awesome. We just got to take it one game at a time and play Pacers basketball, and good things will happen.